Hi everyone, it's Veronica. So today I have my Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation review. Sorry, I'm going on my phone because I have everything that I'm going to talk about here as a list. I kind of keep this list when I do foundation reviews just because it's something that is, I don't know, easy for me, so I make sure I tell you guys everything. Yeah, so this is the Revlon, here I'll put the cap back on, the Revlon Colorstay Whipped Foundation. It's supposedly 24 hours and the color that I have is nude. Here is the bottle. The texture looks like this. Okay, so I am NC 25 in MAC, if that kind of gives you a good range of what color I am. I have very combination skin on the oilier side, definitely. I can get dry in some places, like kind of like around my hairline, sometimes on my nose, and like where I get breakouts and stuff. I get sometimes like dry patches. This was anywhere, I purchased mine for about like $12. I've seen it anywhere from $10 to $14, so kind of it's under $15 for sure. It comes in this nice jar. I got mine at CVS. You can get it at any drugstore where there's Revlon products sold. Revlon's kind of like an easy, reachable brand to get. Sorry, I'm like looking at this. The coverage of this is medium to full. You could probably sheer it out though with a moisturizer, I would imagine. But it's definitely can be built up to extremely full coverage, but it's also like just a good nice layer is probably about like medium. The finish of this is, if you don't set it with a powder, it's a little bit on the dewier side, but once it sets over time, it kind of gets a little bit more matte. If you set it with a matte powder, it will turn into a matte foundation. That's why I think it's really good for dry skin people and oily skin people, because it is a little, you can turn it into matte and it can still be dewy at the same time. So I think this foundation is pretty good for a lot of people, but not for everyone, I will say. The texture of this is kind of like between a mousse and a cream. It's really weird. I thought this was going to be kind of like the Maybelline whipped foundation, but it's definitely not. It's like a chunky cream that has like a whipped cream texture to it. Yeah. So, that's really nice, I guess. The size, this only comes for, this packaging is only 0.8 grams, I think, which to me, oh yeah, 0.8 fluid ounces. Which to me is kind of like, it's kind of stupid because most foundations are an ounce and the packaging for this is so like bulky and big. Like, I don't understand why they just didn't like put the full ounce in there. Like, it's only 0.2 more. I mean, it's not like a deal breaker for me personally. It might be for some other people, but it's definitely not the full ounce, which is kind of disappointing because of how big the packaging is. Okay, I think this product can work for dry and oily skin people, but my friend with dry skin loves this foundation. Her skin is not very sensitive. She can wear like MAC foundations if she wants to, but it works for her really well, and it works for me pretty well too. It stayed on my face a reasonably amount of time. I think it would stay with a lot of other oily people, but the only thing that I did not like about this is that it broke me out, and I should have saw this coming because I usually break out with drugstore foundations. I really wanted this to work though. I kind of broke out all right here in like a huge cluster, if you can see. My face surprisingly has gotten a lot better since I stopped using this foundation, which I know it's kind of hard to believe because it's still really bad, but it was a lot worse probably about like 5 days ago. So yeah, I'm sorry, it broke me out. I mean, if you have really sensitive skin, I would recommend maybe like trying it out, but like I don't know. Don't get your hopes up. If you don't have sensitive skin and your skin's just like oily or dry or combo, this would probably work for you. I mean, it's a really good foundation. I really like it. I like the coverage it gives. I love the finish. I love the way it applies. It's a really good foundation, and it's really nice packaging, and the formulation's awesome, but it just broke me out, which really sucks because I really like this foundation. But I mean, not everything is going to work for everyone, so I just kind of have to like deal with it. Usually with my foundation reviews, I do kind of try to apply it, but I don't really want to apply this because it's just going to break me out even more. I'll probably apply it to my arm or something, like at the end of this clip, just to kind of show you guys the coverage and like the texture of it, because I still think that's really important when buying a foundation. If you guys have any more comments or questions about this foundation, leave it in the comments below and I'll definitely answer you. If I have anything else to say about this, I guess I'll just add it in. I really don't know. I think I've covered everything. So yeah, if you want to see the clip on how I apply this foundation on my arm, not my face, just stay tuned. But okay guys, so here's the foundation. You can tell I've used a bunch of it, but I'm just going to kind of scoop it out and let me show you guys the texture and put it on my arm. I self-tan, so I have a couple freckles right here, so I'm just going to kind of apply that. That's probably a little bit too much. So you can kind of see this foundation does not drip. It's a really thick cream consistency, and I'm just going to blend this out over my arm. As you can tell, this is not my color for my arm because my arm is kind of tan right now, but you can kind of see how much it covers. Okay, so you can kind of see how much it covers. It didn't cover all of my freckles, but it did cover a little bit. I'll kind of do it up here because these are a little bit lighter. It does kind of look like it has a gray cast to it. It definitely doesn't come up as a gray cast on my face. Maybe it's because I'm just tan. But if you guys are having trouble picking this color up, I would definitely recommend going to CVS, because if you do use a product from CVS, you can always return it. So yeah, that is the formulation of this foundation. I hope you guys have a lovely day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye!